Hey, big bro. It's me, Catherine. I hope I'm not catching you at a bad time. Are you coming over here again? I'm pretty busy today. Maybe you and your wife can just stay home today.
Huh? What are you talking about, Catherine? Why do you always need to bother me? Oh, great. Why do I feel irritated by you just simply reaching out to me? I'm sure it's about something annoying. Jeez. I would think you would have changed by now since you were 40. But you are just the same moody person as always. What is it? Let me guess. You were just holed up in your room alone today again, aren't you? You still live in a beautiful apartment building on the top floor and you aren't even enjoying it. What a waste.
Stop it, Rick. The main reason I don't leave my room is because I don't want to have to cross paths with you and that wife of yours. You may not live at Mom and Dad's place anymore like I do, but there is just something I don't like about the whole situation.
What? What are you talking about, Catherine? Gosh, you're always complaining about something.
It seems that any time I leave my room, before I know it, she just takes it upon herself to go in without even asking me. She even takes whatever she wants from my room before she leaves.
Hey, she's family now, so she's allowed. Family should be allowed to take what they need from each other, right?
Absolutely not. That's not the case at all. How can you possibly even think that way? She uses my toilet, takes all my food whenever she pleases. It's like she is trying to make my place her own. You're really telling me you haven't noticed this?
Come on. What are you talking about? You're just imagining things. Stop trying to start up drama. Your complaining is pretty amusing, Catherine. You're making me laugh over here. Don't go ahead of yourself. Oh, I forgot to tell you, we will be coming over tonight too.
What? Are you kidding me? You can't just keep springing these unannounced visits on me all the time, Rick.
Nope, I'm serious. We will be sleeping over too. Thanks for having us.
Absolutely not. That's out of the question. Don't you dare come over here. Stay home. My place isn't somewhere where you and your wife can just come over and do whatever you please. Mom and Dad think the same way about you and your wife, by the way.
What? What did you say? Stop with your lies. What are you talking about? Stop kidding around and trying to start drama with baseless rumors. Get a grip. Once you get back to normal, Catherine, I know. Tell me what you think about it.
Think about what? What are you talking about? Think about what?
About the fact that you are 40 years old and you are still leeching off Mom and Dad living in their apartment.
What are you talking about? What does my age have to do with anything in this situation?
Don't play dumb with me, Catherine. It's not rocket science. I mean exactly what I said. Whatever, it doesn't matter at the end of the day. Being the firstborn son, I'm going to inherit the apartment anyway when the time comes. So I think you can read between the lines. Pretty soon, I will be the one who decides who lives there and who doesn't.
Get out of here! He took the words out of my mouth. That's what I should be saying to you. This isn't exactly Father's thing to give you, which means you won't inherit anything.
What are you going on about now, Catherine? Are you delusional? Really? What are you talking about this time? I can't keep up with your constant babbling of nonsense all the time. I'll keep it simple for you. Since my father lives there, it's his. No doubt about it.
Clearly, you didn't get the memo. Looks like someone forgot to explain how things work to you regarding the apartment.
Don't start up again with the lies that the apartment is your fiancé's. Besides, he's overseas on a business trip right now, isn't he?
That's right. Wow, I guess you have a good memory when you really put your mind to it.
Oh, please. I don't believe anything that comes out of your mouth. You say the apartment is his, but you can't prove it because he is never around. I would never take your word for it.
He is overseas. I'm not going to bother him right now with a pointless argument.
Excuses, excuses. He probably took the job overseas to get away from a pig like you. What do you want me to do? Do you want me to try to FaceTime him? If I can get him on the phone to show his face and have him tell you the truth, would you believe it? Oh, enough already. I'm so tired of hearing about him. He's not even here. As usual, you keep calling him your fiancé, but he seems to be nothing more than a two-dimensional boyfriend. A real loser.
What? I can't believe you. I never speak badly about your wife. So don't talk about my fiancé in such a disrespectful manner. That's just like you. So damn depressed and sad all the time. How dare you say that to your sister? Who do you think you are?
Whatever. It doesn't matter. It's your life. You do you. Enjoy living your life as a shut-in while you still can.
Hey, is now a good time? I'm sorry to bother you. I know with the time difference, it's been a little difficult to talk lately.
Catherine. Hey, hun. Wow, over there it must be the middle of the night, right? Is everything okay? I know it's hard for us to sync up and talk, especially with the time difference now.
Yeah, I know that. I was hoping that now would be a good time for the both of us. I really needed to talk to you. I need to urgently consult with you about something.
Well, of course. When you put it that way, any time is a good time. Is everything okay? Is this about your parents by any chance?
Well, yeah, they are a part of it. But that's not all, unfortunately. This really has more to do with my brother and his wife. The situation is really getting out of hand.
What? Are you kidding? They're still giving you a hard time?
Unfortunately, even now from time to time, they just come over here and spend the night without any heads up. I try to keep as much space between myself and them as possible, but it just feels like he keeps getting smaller and smaller. Little by little, the length of time they stay here just keeps increasing.
Do you think they are trying to slowly settle in there so they can just stay long-term or make the place their own?
Unfortunately, yeah. That's exactly what I think. When my parents were always around, they made sure they had to pay rent if they wanted to stay here. But now they just come and go as they please, because my parents aren't around much. I can't check the feeling like they just want to live on the top floor here. So they are trying to slowly force me out so they can take over.
I'm sorry you were going through that. Keeping them from entering the building would be quite difficult.
Exactly. Even if I tell them no, they will just ask my parents, who will of course always tell them they are allowed to come inside. I don't have any control. They just keep getting worse and worse. They come and go as they please. They even go as far as to take whatever they want from my place and leave without even telling me. I am just so fed up. Anytime they come over, I just let myself in my room and pray they leave soon.
Gosh, I really don't know what to say, Catherine. That sounds like a horrible situation to be in.
I was hoping I would be able to hold off until you come home from your business trip, but I'm almost at my boiling point. It feels like it's me against 4 people in my own house. I can never be comfortable.
Hey, Catherine, things will get better. I wish I could be there right now to help you through all of this. Tell me what things they've taken. I will replace them for you. It's just material possessions.
What? No, I can't ask you to do that. Besides, it could be really expensive.
You can always get them replaced after all of this blows over. What are some things you want to make sure they don't take?
Well, some clothes and other accessories they got from you. And of course, my engagement ring I got from you too. Then, of course, there is my notebook that has all my work data and my backpack that has all the drives for work. Then, of course, the fountain pen my father gave me. It has always been very important to me. I hate to ask, but can my printer be one of the things we buy? They took that from me.
Of course. Printers and other peripherals are easy to buy again. Those shouldn't be too big of a deal.
But really? I don't know. I'm not sure I feel comfortable having you replace these things for me.
Don't worry about it. We should focus on hiding those important things you just mentioned before. Do you think just one large box would be enough to fit it all in?
Yeah, I think that should be okay. They aren't all that big, so I should be able to fit it in a box without a problem.
That's great. Oh, and surprise. I thought about telling you this tomorrow, but I guess I can tell you now. Maybe it will lift your spirits. But next week, I should be able to come home for a little while.
What? Are you serious? Yeah, finally. After all this time, you were finally able to come back?
Yep, that's right. I was able to get everything started quicker than anticipated. I'll finally be in the same country as you for 3 months.
I'm so excited. That is great news. Just knowing you will be here soon will be enough to get me through all the craziness here with my family.
If there's anything I can do, or anything that you need, please let me know.
Wow, thank you so much. I can't express enough how grateful I am for your help. Seriously, you're a lifesaver.
Don't worry though, I have faith in you. I know you've got everything under control. And hey, I'm genuinely thrilled that I could bring a smile to your face. It's always a great feeling knowing that I could make a positive impact. Let's wrap up this conversation on a high note, shall we? We've covered a lot, and I think we've come to a good resolution. Plus, I realize it's pretty late over there, right? It must be the middle of the night, and I can only imagine how tired you must be by now.
Yeah, you're right. To be honest, I'm feeling a little bit exhausted. Dealing with my family can really drain me. They have a way of taking a lot out of me, emotionally and mentally.
Oh, I totally get it, Catherine. Family dynamics can be a roller coaster ride, and it's understandable that it can be draining. But hey, don't worry too much. Remember that you're not alone in this. I don't blame you one bit for feeling tired after all that. You should definitely prioritize getting some well-deserved rest.
Thank you, John. I appreciate your understanding and support. It means a lot to me to have someone like you to talk to and lean on. You've been a great source of comfort and guidance throughout all of this.
Of course, Catherine. That's what friends are for. I'm here to lend a helping hand and be a listening ear whenever you need it. So seriously, get some rest. Sleep is crucial for your well-being, and I want you to wake up feeling refreshed and revitalized.
Thanks a bunch, John. Your concern is really touching. I'll definitely take your advice and try to get a good night's sleep. I know it'll make a world of difference in how I feel tomorrow.
Absolutely, Catherine. I'm glad to hear that. And hey, remember, if there's anything else you need assistance with, or if you just want to chat, don't hesitate to reach out. Drop me a message, and I'll do my best to take care of it for you.
That's so kind of you, John. I can't thank you enough. I genuinely mean it. When I wake up, I'll definitely check in with you. You've shown me what true friendship is all about. You're the best.
It's my pleasure, Catherine. Truly, I'm here to support you through thick and thin. Together we'll tackle any challenges that come our way. Have a wonderful night, get some well-deserved rest, and may your dreams be filled with peace and happiness.
Good night, John. Thank you again for your unwavering support. It means the world to me. I'm truly lucky to have you in my life.
Hey, Catherine. It's your big bro. Drop what you're doing and listen to me. I'm going to need you to get your sorry self out of the apartment today.
What? What are you talking about?
I got together with Mom and Dad and we had a little chat. It turns out they think you're spending way too much of their money. You are a 40-year-old woman and still not married. Not to mention that sorry fiancé of yours isn't even in the same country as you.
Really? You guys are holding the fact that I'm not married against me? That's why I'm getting kicked out of this apartment?
Please. A mid-aged woman like you who is practically single isn't exactly anyone's dream woman. You need to learn more about the real world. The experience of you being homeless for a little while should do the trick.
Oh. So you are saying I am being evicted from the apartment then?
That's right. It's really for your own good. For the sake of your independence, your big brother has to play devil's advocate.
Well, you are wasting your breath. I already left.
What? What do you mean you already left? You mean you moved out or something?
Are you really surprised? With you and your wife around all the time, I was never able to relax in my own home. So, before there were any more silly arguments, I just decided to take the initiative and make the first move.
Oh, well then. I guess that's that then.
Whatever is left in the apartment, I don't need anymore. So do whatever you want with it.
Oh, really? That's great. How generous of you. I guess things really worked out for the best. I mean, after all, this apartment is better off just being mine anyway.
Yep, that's great. Whatever you say. Give Mom and Dad my love and all that.
Nope. No way they would want to hear anything from you. You were nothing but a damn parasite to them. They would complain to me about you all the time. Do us all a favor. Just hurry up and disappear already. This family would be much better off without you. Hey, Catherine! Answer the damn phone. Some man claiming he is a lawyer just came by here. They were asking about who's the holder of the deed for this apartment. What's the meaning of this? What are you trying to pull?
Well, I am sure the lawyer explained it all to you already. But the holder of the deed for that apartment is my fiancé. Then you took it upon yourself and told me to get out.
What are you trying to say? This place is our parents'. You know that, and I know that.
I tried to tell you a few times that you're wrong about that. You just don't listen to me.
But Mom and Dad, I could have sworn this was their apartment.
When Mom and Dad got the apartment, they didn't know all the details. It was a lot more than they thought they would be able to afford. Not only that, Dad is a very proud man. He couldn't bear you knowing that he couldn't afford the apartment. So he kept letting you believe he owns it.
What? You mean he was lying to me this whole time about this place? How couldn't he afford it? He has a great job.
I guess you don't know about that either. But Dad was fired from his job over a year ago.
He was fired? Why the hell didn't anyone tell me?
Him and a few coworkers went out for some drinks. he ended up getting into a fight with one of his new coworkers. Turns out, that person was the son of his boss.
His boss's son? No way! What are the odds?
Since then, he hasn't been able to really land on his feet. No other company is willing to take a chance on him, especially once other companies hear the reason he was fired.
What in the world? I can't believe he kept that from me.
Not to mention, Dad is up there in age. It's not easy for someone of his age to get a job, hence why it's hard for him to pay the rent. But since my fiancé is a good man, he's still let Dad live in the apartment.
Are you serious? You have to be lying. I can't believe Dad would do this.
That's right. So, I went to a lawyer so I can make sure things get handled the right way. I am not being walked on by you anymore.
Come on, Catherine. Seriously?
I am pretty sure you heard this from the lawyer by now, but I plan on selling the apartment. So I recommend you go back to your old apartment immediately.
What? Selling? You can't do that.
Of course I can. Oh, and that also means take Mom and Dad back with you to your place.
Wait a second. No way. That's out of the question. By the way, where are you even living right now? My wife and I haven't canceled our contract for our old apartment yet. But come on. That place isn't big enough for all of us. No way Mom and Dad can live together with my wife.
It sounds like a good deal to me. After all, you can be the one to look after Mom and Dad now.
No. Let's keep things the way they were. You can be the one to look after Mom and Dad.
Sorry, big bro. But that's impossible at this point. Even if I could, I wouldn't do it.
Why? Why is it impossible? Don't be lazy. Make it happen.
The reason is simple, really. I decided to move overseas with my fiancé.
What? You're moving overseas? Seriously?
Since he's already working overseas, it's quite easy for me to just pack up and join him where he's living. To be honest, it's a little sooner than I would have liked, but with all the madness you and your wife caused me, I had no choice. I think this is the best for me. So, because of you guys, I just want to head and move forward with the process sooner.
No. Hold on a minute. I won't allow this. Seriously, Catherine? You can't just up and leave like that? Cancel all your arrangements immediately. I'm your older brother and you have to listen to me.
Oh, but I've already explained to you that it's impossible. I'm sorry if that disappoints you, but it's the truth.
Stop with the excuses. You're just lying to yourself. Nothing is impossible if you put your mind to it. Don't kid yourself, Catherine. You really think a complete moron like you could ever handle living overseas?
Whoa. Rick, let's take a step back here. You're already 40 years old. And let's face it, you're practically a parasite who locks himself in his room all day.
You don't even have a job. And yet you think you can question my ability to live overseas? Don't make me laugh.
What? You think I don't work? Well, surprise, surprise. I am actually working as a translator. Did you not know that?
Translator? Hold on a second. Since when did this happen?
That's right. I started working in a company that my fiancé recommended. And let me tell you, I absolutely love it. It feels like my life's calling, you know?
Are you serious, Catherine? This is a lot to take in.
Absolutely serious, Rick. Not only that, but my fiancé and I have been together for 5 whole years now.
What? Has it really been 5 years already? Time flies, I guess.
Yep, it's been quite a journey. But being in such a toxic family, getting married right now is simply impossible. However, now that I have the opportunity to move overseas with him, it's a whole new chapter in my life. I couldn't be happier. He is the best and most important person in my life, bringing me more happiness than anyone in this family ever did.
Catherine, please, just wait a moment. Reconsider this decision. It's not a time for rash actions. We should think this through more carefully.
Trust me, Rick, my mind is already made up. And there's nothing irrational about it. You can't blame me for making this decision. It's what's best for me.
Wait. Please, don't go so fast. I promise things will change. This whole family will turn over a new leaf and support you in every way possible from now on.
I appreciate the sentiment, but I can't wait any longer. As soon as all the necessary approvals go through, I'll be leaving the United States without hesitation.
Catherine, please, just give it a second thought. We're a family and we should stick together.
Rick, I've already thought about it very thoroughly. I've weighed my options, and my decision is final. There's nothing you can say that will make me change my mind. I'm sorry, but it's time for me to say goodbye. A few days after that, my brother and his wife actually ended up getting a divorce. She realized the risk of being married to my brother was far too high after I left. To make matters worse for them, the apartment they lived in was still in my name, without any money or a place to fall back on. My parents and brother were effectively homeless. They had to walk 15 miles to a relative's house to have a roof over their heads. But even their relatives got sick of them. My brother didn't change, and they soon got sick of his attitude. It wasn't too long before they kicked my brother and parents out. My father and brother continued to struggle to find a job as well. With no other options, they had no choice but to take out a large loan. I wish them the best, but I have no doubt they will most likely end up living the rest of their lives as poor people. But enough about them. That's quite a depressing conversation. As for me, my life turned out pretty amazing. I stayed true to my word. The second the approvals to leave the country went through, I left the United States. I now live a wonderful life with my husband. I can't wait to see what the future holds for us.